Good evening, ladies and gents. It is Middle-Aged Gamer Guy here. How are you? It's another Tuesday. We are back with Tuesday night gaming chat. And with me, as always, is that man that you know and love, is my co-host, Mr. David Jones. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How about yourself?
I am very well, and I am happy to basically announce that this show will be hopefully no longer than 2 hours compared to last week.
You're looking more sober as well since I last watched you on Friday.
Yeah, moving on. Yeah, all I'll say is, did my first ever drunk stream. If you haven't seen it, watch it on catch up. I'm not saying any more than that.
You did it very well.
Yeah, all right. I just want to say a big thank you to AFK Gone for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Sophie, how you doing? Melland, evening. Tunes, good evening. Moonlight, yo, how you doing? Dave, he passed out in his chair. It's true.
I saw that one.
Did you see that one?
That was a 7-minute bit at the end, wasn't it?
7
just when your head just plunges into darkness for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, so the story is, and I say it's a story because it actually happened. I did a 5-hour drunk stream on Sea of Thieves. 2 hours in, I got bored of the game, so I was just sat here chatting to the audience and the people on the game, not playing the game. And so then considered to get really drunk, and then ended the stream after 5 hours, and then drunkenly came back, hit the button on my stream deck, and went live again without me knowing, with all the lights off for 7 minutes, sat here, passed out in my chair.
Classy.
Great times. More of that next year. But there you go. Dave, what you've been playing? Diva, thank you for the raid, by the way. Thank you for the raid, Diva. Appreciate it. Sorry, go for it, Dave. Your turn.
Mate. I've been playing a bit more Astrobot this week. I've actually platinumed my first PlayStation game. I usually don't bother trying to get half the trophies in these things, but Astrobot are not very hard, and you get them in quite fun little ways. So my daughter found loads, so she was playing it, and then I just looked up at it the last few, because they're like the hidden ones. I thought, I'll just quickly find out how to do. So I've done that one, completely platinumed the game, cracking game, absolutely love it. I've also gone back to Control as well. So I was looking for something to play. I spotted it on my PlayStation. I thought, you know what, I'll go back and play that again. Because it's the Ultimate Edition with the nice ray tracing graphics. Although it wasn't a dilemma. One of those first world problems. Do I play it in 60 FPS with the standard graphics or 30 FPS with ray tracing? I've settled on 30 FPS with ray tracing with a bit of graphics for myself.
I mean, it's such a hard life.
Oh, it is, mate. It really is. One of those tough life decisions. But it's a good game.
Are you enjoying it?
I am. I've played it before on the PS4 Pro. And it's
but you
nice
never completed it, no?
I did complete it, but I never played the DLC.
Sorry.
Because I didn't have the DLC at that point. So when I heard the Ultimate Edition was coming out PS5, I thought I'll wait for that and play it again. But I've had to start from the beginning because they never put any routing to transfer your save from the PS4 to PS5, which is thoroughly annoying. But yeah. I'm enjoying playing through it again. I'm probably about halfway through. Haven't hit the DLC points yet, so I've still got that to come.
Okay.
And then the last thing I've been playing is a bit of a throwback. Myself and my friend were looking for something else to play co-op wise, and we just kind of settled on the original Gears, the Ultimate Edition.
Okay.
Sitting there in Game Pass because I haven't played that since the 360 when it originally came out.
Blimey. Okay.
So I thought, why not? Let's give it a go, see what it's like. And it looks all right in the Ultimate Edition. Seems to hold up pretty well. You could say not a huge amount really feels like it's changed. You know, across the decade or so it's been out, current to Gears 5, it's still pretty much the same.
I think that game's going to hold up against the test of time. I just feel they need to do something new. We finished streaming Gears 5 on Sunday night. It was our last stream. And we were just like, is it a bad thing where the DLC, which is only 6 levels, is actually better than the main game?
I found the same thing. That DLC was great, the main game.
Yeah. The main game, terrible. Boring. Really bad. And I felt bad because as we started it, I was like, oh, this is better. Didn't really enjoy Gears 4. This is better. Before you know it, it ended. And I was like, didn't you used to do like 6 acts in these games? Not like 4? This felt like we got cut short. It was, yeah. But there you go. But yeah, Gears, I'm all right with. I can live with. But there you go. Just a few more people want to say hello. Hello to Sophie. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Who else? Zenkai. Got to say, find out something amazing about the new Ratchet and Clank game. Hold that thought, Zenkai, because we will be talking about that. Hold that thought. So don't spoil it, just in case we're going to talk about it. We're going to crack on with the show. We are going to bring our guest in. We have a special guest every week. This streamer was with us back in April, was a fantastic guest. We asked him to come back, and he said no. So I basically had to beg and pay him a lot of money, and eventually said, "Oh, all right, I can tolerate you." Please welcome, it's Mr. T-Funk Era.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you? Hello.
Good evening.
Good to see you.
It's none of that. What I said was true.
Pleasure to be back.
It's a pleasure to be back. In fact, all in all honesty, when I said to T-Funk, "Do you want to come back on the show?" he snapped my arm off and said, "Yeah, I'd love to be on it." So we were literally talking a couple of weeks ago, weren't we? And you were like, throw dates at me. And I was like, cool, let's do it. So if you're not following T-Funk, Tunes, you're modding, can you put a shout out for T-Funk? And people, please go follow T-Funk. He's great. He does a lot of variety streams. I was having great pleasure and fun watching him playing the original Punch-Out with Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
Last night, which was great fun. Yeah.
Thrashed at Mike Tyson's Punch-Out still.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to tell people a bit more about some of the other games that you've been playing and things that you're going to try out?
We've been doing Conan. That one's over. Rage quit yesterday. It's over. Too hard. Too tedious. Been doing Nintendo. The old Nintendo. We're going to do some more Super Nintendo games. And then I'm thinking Grand Theft Auto Online. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Ah, okay. I've never tried it. Dave, I think you have.
Yeah, I've tried it out for a bit. I've never got into it, enough to give you a full opinion of it. But I've tried a few of the modes. It's quite good fun. Get a few mates together, just cause havoc in the city. It's fun.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to do. Figure that might fit.
I know people who play it. There's people in this community that play it. I know Moonlight plays GTA 5 in Discord, but I don't think Discord's here at the moment. But yeah, I know they love it. I've just never got round to it yet, but it would be something if someone said, "Here you go, it's on your hard drive now, try it now." I think
I haven't played online at all. I did play the story when it came out, but
yeah,
not in several years.
I'd definitely give it a go. Clout, hello. Good to see you, Clout.
Father Clout, how are you?
There he is.
How are you?
Good to see you.
I know him. Zenkai, excuse me.
Zenkai's there. There's some familiar faces popping up. I played GTA 5. Hang on. Let's bring that up. Play GTA 5 because Discord does, and I mainly play with Discord. There you go. GTA Online can get toxic. Hello, everyone. I like that. Starts with a hi, GTA, then says could get toxic, goes down, and then comes back with a hi again saying hello, everyone there. I like how he did that. Right. So we have got 16 games that have come out in the last week or so, plus all the latest news. If you're not familiar with the show, we will talk about a couple of games. We'll play the trailers. We want to hear your thoughts in the chat. Tell us what you think. And I try and gather all the scores of these games, which are normally completely no one agrees with, but it's what the internet says, and because the internet's always right, obviously. But we want to hear your thoughts on these games we show you and try and get scores off you. I'll explain how that works. But we're going to go crashing straight in with our first game, which is technically not a new game. It's actually an expansion, but it's that big it qualifies as a game. Interestingly enough, this came out last week, and we just couldn't fit it on the show because we had too many games to do. But I'm glad we kept it around because it also came out today. I'll explain that why it is. It's come out twice in the space of a week, so people are going to be scratching their heads going, what? This is the new expansion, or expansion even, if I could say it, for the Elder Scrolls Online. Here, this is Gates of Oblivion. I think the first part is called Blackwood. Here is the trailer. We'll play the trailer, and then let us know your thoughts in the chat of what you think. Here we go.
My tried to warn you. Ever since I discovered Emperor Leovik's secret. Darkness is coming. But nobody listened. Well, are you listening now? Daedric cultists strike from the shadows. They serve Mehrunes Dagon, the Prince of Destruction. And they're after Dagon's ultimate weapon, the Four Ambitions. We can't let them succeed. Whatever happens next, it's in your hands. The gates of oblivion are open.
This is my opposition.
There you go, folks. So that is the Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood Gates of Oblivion expansion. Now, it came out on PC and Steam Tuesday last week, came out on Series X and PS5 today, hence why it's kind of got 2 releases. So it made more sense to talk about this week. Guys, Dave, I'm going to start with you. Do you play any Elder Scrolls Online? Are you... loads of people in the chat are like, oh, we're really looking forward to this. Is this your kind of thing?
I've never played the online version. I got a feeling I have downloaded it off Game Pass to look at, and it's just sat there on the hard drive, never booted up. But I played plenty of the other Elder Scrolls. Played Oblivion and played Skyrim when those came out. It's a good world to get lost in. It looks pretty good, the online version. I like the way they sort of kept it, the first person view, so it doesn't look like the normal games that everyone's used to. Whether I'll get around to playing this one with my backlog, probably no time soon, mate.
Okay, there's a couple of comments coming in. I want to say hello to Mystic, by the way. Hello to maybe Jelly Tan. Loads of people Clout's just like, what? It's out already? It's like, yeah, came out on Stadia and PC last week. I say next-gen consoles today. And yeah, just a shout out for Moonlight, because I know Moonlight loves these games. We will be streaming some of this a week on Saturday. Moonlight and me are going to do a co-stream Saturday lunchtime. So check that out. Hello, Joker Girl. How you doing? T-Funk Online.
What do I think of the Elder Scrolls?
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I did play Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I played Skyrim. Didn't finish them, but they're fun. I'm more into the Fallout type of realm there, but they're pretty fun. It's cool that game is still alive and they can keep putting out expansions for it.
I think it's going to be something that's going to roll on for a long time to come. Not going to lie. And these expansions are literally like a game in itself. From what I don't play a lot of it. The first time I ever played it was I did a stream with Moonlight, and we're going to do another one next week. So yeah, I think this could be really good. A lot of people saying good things about this. I mean, people in the chat. Hello, Mr. Paul Newton. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I think a lot of people. Clout's like, right, I'm getting it Wednesday. I get paid. Clout, yeah. Skyrim on my Switch. I think that's the thing. It's out on nearly every platform. It's again like GTA 5. It's been on like 3 generations of consoles as well. It's amazing.
No stopping it, is there? It'll help fill that gap until we finally get Elder Scrolls 6, which is probably still 2-3 years away, isn't it? But you've still got content for this coming out regularly. Yeah, scratch that itch. Keep it ticking over. I think, and this is my honest thing, we're not going to talk much about E3, and I'll explain why in a bit. But I honestly think at the Bethesda thing on Sunday, they're going to do a little hint. Now, they did do a little hint a couple of years ago. I think they'll do another little hint to scratch, as you say, scratch that itch, keep it going for 3 years. And then eventually, like 2025, it'll come out and everyone will be like, ah! And,
one trailer with one title pops up with some fire or something will be.
Yeah. Do you know, they did that with, funny enough, we're going to talk about that later, but they did that with God of War at the start of the year, there was no. It was a trailer, and all it was the ring and fire. No date, no nothing. But we'll talk about that
later. They did
later.
that with what, Metroid back in 2017 or something, 2019, even farther. I don't know.
It's just crazy. I'm like, it's nice to get the hype up, but my problem is these days there's so many games that they do that, and then you never hear about. There was, what was it, Star Wars 2020? There was all that hype about that, and that game never, or 2027.
Oh, Star Wars 1313.
I was close. I was 1,000 out.
Well, that got canned when Disney brought the whole LucasArts thing. They just canned off all those games in development.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, which is sad to say, but there you go. But we'll see. Now we haven't got any review scores for this because it's literally out today. So we will mention this in a future show. But let us know in the chat what you think that Elder Scrolls Online, Gates of Oblivion, Blackwood should get. Let us know. Hello, Milk Oracle. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I can see the Gravy Gang emotes are going well. Professor Stork, how are you? Good to see you. Just a random question. Whenever we do our ESO streams, is that just going to be our thing? I don't know, Moonlight. We shall have to see. Maybe we'll discuss that on the thing. Maybe we'll end up streaming together on something else. I am not a one-stream trick pony, as you know. So if there are games that the community want to coach stream, because let's face it, if I was and it was Sea of Thieves, my career died on its arse on Friday night after that drunken stream. So, but there you go. Loads of people giving that love. We will report back. I'm sure that's going to get really good scores, folks. Jesse, how you doing? Good to see you. Evening multitasking, currently watching and editing. That's what I like to hear, fella. Good to see you. We will try Knockout City. I'm not going to lie. For the VIPs that are watching, after this stream, the VIP game voting is going live, and Knockout City is one of the options. That got really good reviews last week. That's had more reviews this week. It's getting closer to 8s and 9s. I think when we were talking about it, it was getting 7 and 8s. So I'm hung like a one-string pony, possibly. I don't know. Professor, don't waste 5 hours of your life unless you really want to. But there you go. Here we go. So we're going to go from something, epic to something. I should say that again. Sorry. So Elder Scrolls Online, Gates of Oblivion, Blackwood, out on PC and Stadia, came out last week, and on PS5 and Xbox Series X as of today. You can get them. Go check it out, folks. Go check it out. Our next game, something a bit more, not necessarily family friendly, but we'll see. This is a free-to-play game that is out on preview. This is Super Animal Royale, which is out for all the Xboxes, and it came out Tuesday last week. Have a look at this maybe family-friendly game.
Rated T for teen.
So there you go, folks. That is a super cute game with cute animals that live in a park that basically blow the shit out of each other. So not so friendly. A battle royale game, yes, another one. But with 64 players, yes, another one. But something a little bit different because it's cutesy, it's artsy. Not going to lie, I may consider this for a future VIP stream because I think it could be quite a lot of fun. T-Funk, I'm going to start with you. What on earth do you think of this game?
It might be fun. It says violence at the beginning. That's always a good, get people into it. Little cute animals with shotguns and stuff running around killing each other. Who could resist? Myself, I don't know if I'll check it out. I probably doubt it, but I'm sure other people will enjoy it.
I think it could be fun. It could possibly be fun. Dave, your thoughts on it? Some people being, oh no, not my cup of tea on this.
It looks okay. I guess it might be a bit more of a, the action might be a bit more immediate than something like PUBG, where you can end up just hanging around for like 10, 20 minutes waiting for something to happen. Then suddenly it all kicks off in the last minute. Perhaps this is a little cartoon, you're having smaller maps. You might get into a fight a bit quicker. Might have a quicker gameplay turnaround. So you die, come back in a lot quicker. Graphics-wise, it looks okay. There's nothing remarkable about it. It's probably going to be fun. You say if it's just there on Game Pass Game Preview, that's a jump on and have a look at it.
It's free to play. I mean, Moonlight's already downloaded this because this came out Tuesday last week. Moonlight says, I like the setting. Some areas in the game are very vibrant, great graphics, going to rate it out of 10. Big Jesse said, this looks like a mobile game. I played recently. The mobile game actually had decent graphics, though. So, it's getting a mixed reaction. Professor Stork, I have reservations. So, we'll see. What do we think, chat? What do we think this got out of 10 in the reviews? Is it as much fun as it looks like? Let us know. T-Funk, what do you think this scored out of 10 in the reviews?
I'm going to say 6.
6. Okay. Melon's going with a 3. Moonlight's going with an 8 out of 10, maybe. Zenkai with a 6.5. Jesse with a 7. AFK with a 5. Clout with a 4. Oh, it's all low scores. Ooh. Dave, what do you think?
I'm going to go for a 7.
Okay, you're going to go for a 7. So, as always, it's the internet. Can't always trust everything on the internet, but generally the scores are giving it a 9 out of 10, people. 9,
really for that?
9 out of 10.
You wouldn't believe it.
You won't believe it. I won't believe it. We might try and prove it. We'll try and stream it. Melon's like, what the bollocks. I know. Moonlight's like, yeah, I love this game. It is what it is. So there you go. But yeah, 9 out of 10. We might try and prove why it's a 9 out of 10. We might stream this. I think it's highly likely. Probably won't be anytime in the next couple of weeks, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, so from cutesy violence to something violent but a bit more realistic. Oh, I'm having some frame rate issues, apparently. I've dropped frame rates and I'm sounding like a robot. Apologies.
You froze for a moment, but then you came back.
I froze for a moment.
Yeah, you just moved erratically. But I wasn't sure if you'd been drinking again.
Not since the last time. I'll just play a trailer. That's annoying. Is that doing that then? Who knows? Can you still hear me, guys, or is it still messing up?
Can still hear you, but it is going a bit robotic.
Fine.
Dropping.
I'll just keep going.
You're coming back in focus, though.
No one wants to see this ugly mug. Trust me. It was a bit more robot. We'll see what happens. I wonder why that is then. Connection is unstable. Why? We can hear you. Android's Will Smith, though. Okay. Now, I'm just going to check something because I want to make sure that nothing dodgy is happening. No! Connected to the Ethernet. Who knows? We'll see.
Streamlab gremlins, probably.
Possibly. It's always a thing, isn't it? So we'll see. Right, I'm going to play a trailer for a game. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. This is a bit more of a serious shooting game. This is Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2. This was due to come out back in April, but got delayed. And it's literally came out last Friday. So here we go with the trailer for this. I hope this works. God help me. Let's see what it's like.
Once again, I'm back around. Real shit back in style. Haters reconcile. I'm so black and proud. First class tickets now. Feet all in the eye. Everybody looking down. Everybody get red when you drown, huh? Looking me up. I'm putting it down. You picking it up. Checking the models. They want us to go to college just so we can be stuck. Go to school to make a living. Or teach yourself to make a fortune. Common sense. Welcome to the apocalypse. Endorsement. I don't need reinforcement. Giving you your last warning, cause I'm at my prime. I don't need your mandate. Don't need you to elevate. I'm about to detonate, cause I'm at my prime. Hey, whoa, whoa, hey, hey, whoa, hey, hey, whoa, whoa, hey, hey, whoa. Hey, hey, we at our prime. Yeah, I'm at my prime. Whoa, said I'm at my prime.
So I get the feeling that hardly anyone saw that footage. It was all choppy. I'm still saying I've got really bad lag, yet my internet is absolutely fine. So I don't know what's going on, folks. We're just going to have to power through. David, Steve, can you hear me okay? Or is it still choppy as anything?
You're still a little bit robotic, but we can hear you, mate.
Okay, I'm going to struggle this through. If in the next 5 minutes or so this doesn't improve, I might have to back out and turn the internet off and then come back on, but it might screw everything that I've got lined up, so we'll have to see. Sorry about that. The Xbox experience, oh God. There you go. So that is Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. That came out last Friday. It's on Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Dave, obviously this game was delayed. What are your thoughts on this?
It looks all right. I haven't played any of the previous Ghost Warrior ones. I've played the Sniper Elite games, which are good. So if this is as good as those ones, it'll probably be enjoyable. I kind of get the impression from it that it's got sort of 5 big levels full of like the contracts that you got to take out. Yeah. So I was kind of getting vibes. It might be sort of a bit like the recent Hitman games where you can go in with a particular setup, but then take the people out how you want to do it. And then replay it and do it a completely different way, which would be quite cool because that worked really well for Hitman. So if they're doing a similar thing in this, it could be pretty good.
I think, oh, apparently things are working again. There you go. I do get that vibe that it is 5 or 6 levels or so, but multiple contracts, and I'm guessing you build. So I think you've hit the nail on the head there with the whole Hitman thing. I think it's less linear than, say, Sniper Elite, I'm guessing. T-Funk, your thoughts on this?
Looks pretty cool. It looks kind of like a Tom Clancy Ghost Recon type thing, but you're by yourself. I saw Shroud playing an early access of it, and exactly what they were saying. It's got different paths you could take because he was finding little places that he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. I mean,
making jokes. Good
I think there's a couple of things. Oh, someone said Twitch was messing up, so it could have been Twitch. So apologies. Sorry for the lag. Sorry if you missed the trailer. I might re-edit that when we put it on catch up, so you can watch the trailer in all its 1 frame per minute glory. There you go. King of Taku, hello, formerly King of Queens. How you doing? Good to see you. But there you go. So yeah, Middle, you are back loads better. Sorry about that. Sorry about the trailer. It's the internet. Do you know what it was? It's because I said about the internet. I better not be nasty about reviews on the internet. They basically shut me down for 5 minutes. That's what it was.
That's it. They're watching. They know all.
They know all. They know all. Yeah, I've got to be sorry. God of internet. Ooh. I'm good, thank you. I'm interested to know why you've changed your name. Let me know in the chat. That'd be well. Little Panda, great to see you. Becca, hello, welcome. Good to see you. Big brothers are always watching, mate. Yeah, I know. I've just had me comeuppance, I think. What do we think that this game got on the scores? Let us know in the chat. I think this is definitely something I would give. Well, again, like you, Dave, I have never played the first one, but I like the look of this. And because of the fact I've played all the Sniper Elite games, this is something a bit more modern. I would give this a well. So there you go. Dave, you can go first.
Oh, I'm going to go for an 8.
Ooh, an 8 out of 10. Let us know. Shooters aren't my kind of thing, but I'll give it a 7 out of 10. There you go. Which is better, with a lag or without the lag, Zenkai says. Jesse says, I keep telling you, I know, yeah. Thanks. I keep telling the wife to be nicer to Alexa for when she becomes sentient. I know. But it says 8, I would definitely play this. T-Funk, what would you give this?
It's probably going to be an 8, I'd say. That's
okay. Going for 8. Okay.
Looks cool. People like the snipe.
Paul Newton, I kind of like this one, 8 out of 10. Zenkai says 7. I'll come on to King of Taku in a minute. I can tell you now, Zenkai has got it correct. It got a 7 out of 10. Again, whether it's a game that will grow, I'm going to get the 60 frames per second DLC, though. Plays much slower on Xbox. No, Xbox, don't shut me down. No, I shouldn't have said that. The trailer plays much slower. Never mind. Oh, dear. If I get to shoot Paul Newton in the back of the head, then I will give this game a 9. 8's possibly. There you go. So that is Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, which came out last Friday on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Gets a solid 7 out of 10. Right, a bit of gaming news, folks. So I've got no sympathy for these next group of people. You're gonna get your tissues. Boo hoo hoo! CD Projekt Red have lost 65% in profits. Oh, boo hoo! Oh,
I'm in shock. I'm in shock that they have lost any profits.
Right? Yeah. Now, and do you know what? The reason why they've said they've lost 65% of their regular profits? Dave, can you guess?
It's all those people complaining about it. That's the problem. They haven't done anything wrong. It's just all these complainers online.
It's people moaning about it. That's lost the money.
It, yeah.
T-Funk, what do you think the excuse is?
Did you see that they showed how they've been progressing on trying to stop all the crashes? And they put out a graph with a lovely distinct line going down with no data on it, on how many crashes there were to begin with. It's like, come on, fellas.
Solid data there.
Yeah, just see, we're working on it. It's better. So instead of 500,000 crashes, it's only 200,000, I believe, something like that.
I mean, it just thinks of.
I'm impressed.
We've got to do a presentation in 5 minutes. Just draw anything on a sheet of paper; it'll be fine, and we'll make it up as we go along. So the allegedly real reason, and why am I not surprised? Isn't that the same amount Enix lost with Avengers? Yes, it was. They lost a lot of money, Square Enix, on Avengers. That's correct, Zenkai. They basically, because the game was broken on release, and they've spent so much time having to fix it, and they're still fixing it, and because they are behind on schedule, their profits are down by 65%. So should we feel sorry for them? No. And the real reason is because they still made, this is what the hilarious bit is, record-breaking profits in the last year. So they're 65% down on profit, but they've had still record-breaking profits. So why are you moaning, you bastards?
Projected profits.
Yeah.
That they didn't make all that they projected.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for them.
You basically released a game that didn't work, and then first world problems, man. Exactly. First world problems. When a game that didn't work, you thought you'd get away with it. You didn't. And now, oh, boo-hoo. You've only lost a couple of million, probably on top of the 30, 40 million you've already made, or the billion or whatever it was we said they made a couple of weeks ago.
They're worth 272 billion or million right now. I think
it's it just makes me sick. Just get the game fixed. I've said this before. I can't be arsed with CD Projekt Red right now. The only thing that did make me laugh is that a story came out that a lot of the developers, the poor developers that have been getting all the shit, that don't deserve the shit. It's the shareholders and the heads of the company that deserve all the shit. were recording footage of all the problems and made a montage video, which CD Projekt Red quickly removed off social media. So good on you to the developers, because they clearly were saying, look, this is the crap we've had to deal with, and they removed it. So in some ways, for the developer people and the people that were basically working 7-day weeks on that game and not getting paid anymore and doing overtime, my heart goes out to them. For the rest of them at the top of the company, they can go swing from a tree as far as I'm concerned. Any other thoughts on that, guys?
I just hope they fix it properly one day. Don't know how long it's going to take them. Doesn't come out if it costs them all the money they've got. I hope they bloody fix it. Make it good, like they promised.
Put out a broken game, get all kinds of publicity, make money, and then complain that you didn't make as much money as you anticipated.
Yeah, I think they should have just cut their mouth shut.
Yeah,
because they've made all that money. They should just concentrate on fixing it. And again, this is not helping their cause.
We just want to see them punished for what they did. Maybe they just put this out to be like, oh,
yeah,
we did get what we deserve. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, I ain't crying over them. Put it that way. Some more games now, folks. This is, well, a game that probably comes out every year. I'm not going to lie. Again, not something I'm probably ever going to play. Not ever going to make me want to ride a bicycle. This is, because I'm sure there's fans of this, this is Tour de France 2021, the game, out on all the Xboxes, all the PlayStations and PC. Came out last Thursday. Here's the trailer. Check it out. Well, I can't really hold the excitement for that, I'll be honest.
Stuff, wasn't it? My knuckles are still white from that.
Wow.
I mean, the music was good. I like the music. I'd rather like to play the game on Wii. Melon was like, I like to ride my bicycle. I'd like to ride my bike. AFK basically just said, I'm buying it 12 times. The funny thing is, Big Jesse, this comes out every year, just like FIFA, Madden, NBA. Funny enough, when I went to get the trailer for this and I typed it in, it came up with the 2020 edition, which is hilarious because the Tour de France didn't even happen in 2020 because of COVID. But they still brought a game out. But there you go. Paul says, big note from me. Clout, no. Hell no. Surely this is just double tapping the A to go faster. I think it could be. T-Funk, will this make you want to get on a bicycle and ride?
Absolutely not. I watched some of the gameplay footage of it. It looks terrible. The only can't they make the guys go like, scratch or something, wipe some sweat off, add a little. All they did was just. I watched it for like 30 minutes. Well, not even 30 minutes, 3 minutes, and all they did is just back and forth. You hear the guy breathe. Are you allowed to blood dope and stuff like that? Is that a special?
That'd be amazing if you could.
I don't know nothing about the Tour de France. I don't mean to offend the chat if there's lots of Tour de France fans in here, but I don't know. I will never play this. I don't see it as anything worth
I'm not going to do it at all. Dave, your thoughts?
It's not going to grab me at all. it didn't look particularly great. You could tell it hasn't got the sort of money behind it that the bigger sports games get. The AAA money for like FIFA and stuff like that. It's like AA, maybe even single A money. It looks very, very basic. I guess if you like cycling and you like the Tour de France, you might get something out of it. But if you don't, skip that one.
Nah. Yeah. Now, you'll be happy to know I'm not going to ask you to rate this because I couldn't find any reviews. And it came out last Thursday. So, and it amazes me that I've got games that come out today and I can get reviews on it, but I could not find a single review for this. So I'm guessing this has slipped under the radar.
Two people recommended it on Steam. I can tell you that. Two people. And
what did they? What was the scores they gave it, or did they just give it a thumbs up?
They just give it a thumbs up. It's either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. The one person saying not much you can say about the game. It's just cycling. If you like it, give it a whirl. Pretty much.
That's the description they put.
Yeah. Another guy's just saying there's a few bugs. The game's made some big improvements in terms of AI behaviours and stuff like that. It's probably better from the last year's one, but I can't imagine.
They were probably cycling backwards on the last one.
At least you're going in the right direction.
Oh, King Otoko said, "Bro, that game is badass." Laugh out loud. Oh God!
Just wait for it on Game Pass.
AFK's just said I was both of those people that wrote those reviews. Yeah, you could probably play this game while you're on an exercise bike. Well, look,
maybe if they added that, if they gave you a pedal controller, maybe that would be fun. That
or that Peloton thing that everyone's raving about. You get a Peloton thing, and you could do that. That would work. I could not. Yeah, I could not. Also, thank you, Kinotaku, for explaining your whole rebrand and everything. I think that's really cool that you've done that. Yeah, Professor Stott was, really? Is it a difficult game? And King's like, no, I'm kidding. I've never played it. So there you go. If like AFK Gone, you are going to play this. It came out last Thursday. Is out on all the Xboxes, all the PlayStations, and the PC. And there you go. That's all you need to say. And it gets 2 thumbs up out of trillions of billions of people around the world. So there you go. Not thumbs. This is definitely a game for some palm on joystick action. Yeah, there you go. Right, next game. Another game which is not a new game, but is an expansion. A game that came out last year on PC called Iron Harvest. This is a new expansion called Operation Eagle. This actually came out 2 Thursdays ago. So let's check out the trailer for this. And we'll be right back. Here we go.
Peggy 16.
America is a beacon for the oppressed. We will always be on the side of those who fight tyranny. Freedom, the pursuit of happiness, and justice for all. These are not simply American values, but inalienable human rights, and we should protect them throughout the world.
Samson here.
We don't leave our friends behind, right, Captain?
There you go. That's Iron Harvest. Operation Eagle, which is out now on PC. It's an expansion to the game that came out last year. And now I'm gonna go over to T-Funk first, because when I saw this, massive Command and Conquer vibes is what I was feeling, and I know you love those games. So tell us your thoughts on this.
Looks pretty cool. I like the pace of it. Looks a little slowed down and stuff like that. Maybe you can see more of the animations, but looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if I would play it. I like a little more realistic stuff, but it's kind of got that steampunk kind of vibe to it, I would think, with the blimps. But looks like you can see more of the animations. And if you can zoom in and stuff like that, that looks cool. if that's your thing, if you are sick of the aliens and sick of just the regular tanks and stuff, you can go into something like this.
Yeah,
it's new. It's fun.
I like the art style and stuff of it. I have to say,
Yeah.
I think the original game got really good reviews.
I've heard of it before, but I've never played it. But I've heard it was a real good one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good. You can't have a dystopian future without Zeppelins. That's very true. That's official because we just said it right now. There you go. Thank you, AFK, for confirming that as well. It's official. Dave, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I like the steampunk style it's gone for. The look of it as well. Then the way it appears to play reminds quite a lot of the Company Heroes games, which have some very good RTSs on the PC. If it plays as well as those do, then it should be really good. And obviously, if you like RTS games, a bit of strategy, a bit of a slower paced game, you're going to probably enjoy this one. So I might have a look at it at some point. I've still got Company of Heroes to finish off, mind you. Get that done first, then I'll pick this up later on.
Nice. What do we reckon in the chat this got out of 10? T-Funk, I'm going to start with you. What do you reckon?
I'll say about an 8. It might have a big following from the last one.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. And Dave, what do you reckon?
I'll go for an 8.5.
Okay, 8.5. Big Jesse's going in with a 7.5. King's AFK solid 7. King goes for an 8. I can tell you, it didn't do quite as well as the game that came out last year, but for a DLC, it gets a 7 out of 10. So AFK got that right, bang on the nose there. So that is Iron Harvest, Operation Eagle, came out on PC 2 Thursdays ago, which was the 27th of May. Gets a solid 7, and Professor Stork says 7 as well. There you go. And another jumping game. We like to mix it up a lot. This is a game that came out. This is a game that came out quite a few years ago, and they've reimagined it. You may remember from the days going back, even back to the I think it was either early PlayStation or even further back than that. But this next game is Wonder Boy in Asha Monster World. It's part of the Monster World series. If you have no idea what we're talking about, then watch this trailer, and this might invigorate you into what we're talking about. Here we go. So there you go. That is Wonder Boy in Asha Monster World. Platform game, obviously. Just want to say thank you, Barbarian Relic, for the raid. Greatly appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Great to see you. Thank you for doing the shout-outs there, Discord. Could you do me a favour as well, Discord? Because I don't think Tunes did it earlier. Could you give a shout-out for T-Funk, please, for his channel? Please go follow our guest, T-Funk. I'm not sure whether... Yeah, I don't know whether that shout-out went out, so I'm just going to say do it again. Why not? To appreciate that.
Radiation coming my stream.
Yeah. Berrams, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Berrams, what's up? What's up?
So this one came out 2 Fridays ago. Is on Switch and PS4. Is obviously a remake of a classic platform game that wasn't that available over here. And they've rendered it all up, tried to make it look all nice, etc. Dave, your thoughts on this one?
It looked okay. I can't say the trailer particularly grabbed me. There's better platform games out there. It looked a little bit sort of old-fashioned. Do you say it's a remake of an older game, though?
It is, yes. Yeah,
that's probably why it looks a little bit dated then. it's not one that I'm going to play. So there's better platform games out there.
I mean, I think if we showed you the original was like an 8-bit game.
Mm-hmm.
So now it seems to be upgraded to make it look like a 16-bit game. There you go. Follow this man. Follow him. Follow him. So yeah. It says you were last playing No Game. I was watching you play Punch Out. Blooming Twitch yet again. Strikes again.
No idea.
It even said on your stream Punch Out, but never mind. So yeah, I mean, it looks okay. T-Funk, a platformer. Do you think this is dated or not, or do you think this will appeal to people?
Yeah, it's for kids. I thought it was bizarre it's not on the Xbox too. I thought that was kind of
it's not on the Xbox or PC.
It's an old remake. Maybe somebody wanted to see it and they wanted to see it remade enough. So I probably won't play it myself. It didn't look very interesting, as Dave said. So, I don't know.
It's see, I've not even played any of the Monster World series. I'm not going to lie. I'd never heard of it, but I'm sure there's a market there that has. Yeah. I mean, they said it looks okay, but for the fact it's a remake, it does still look dated. And they've got this mechanic where you've got this little creature that sits on your shoulder, and you use that to jump that onto platforms to then pull you up on platforms, where clearly in any other platform game, the platform is not that high that you could normally jump on it. And they've said it seems to be just a nuisance mechanic rather than actually being something useful. So based on that information, chat, what are we saying with the scores? AFK is going for 4 out of 10. King's going for 6. Another note from Paulie, but he says, but not as much as the cycling thing. Berhams says a 3 out of 10. It's not been made well as a remake, and there are so many more interesting platformers. I get that. Dave, what do you reckon this scored?
I'll go for a 5. It looked crap.
Okay. Straight to the point, straight to the jugular. T-Funk?
I agree with Dave. 5. Doesn't
go for a 5. Okay. Big Jesse says -2. AFK says, Paul Newton, I'm sending the cycling game to you on Steam.
Gift it.
Do it. Do it. I want to watch him play it. He can stream it. Would you be really disappointed then, guys, to tell you that it got
10?
No, but it got a higher score than you said. You both said 5, yeah? Well, it got 5.5.
Wow.
Doesn't deserve that extra 0.5.
No, doesn't. Goat Simulator is better. Yeah, it's true. Goat Simulator is better. It's 5.5. It's not a well-made remake. It just not great. There's better platformers out there. Bit of a waste out of time. There you go. Oh, God, we've scared Paul Newton off because he's going to get the cycling game sent to him in the post. There you go. Celeste looks better, and it's on a SNES. I remember Celeste. I do remember that game.
Celeste's really good. If you haven't played it, give that a go. It's a brilliant platformer. Do
that. Don't bother with this piece of crap. Play Celeste instead. Where did they get those extra 7.5 points from? 7.5? It got a 5.5. I don't know where it's 7.5. I don't know what you've been listening to. But there you go.
Rated it 2, he said.
Yeah, I don't know. So we're going to move on. So, bit of new game news. Couple of extra games. We talked about Far Cry 6 and Horizon Forbidden West. Nearly got that wrong. They were 2 of the big games announced, but there were some other games announced that we didn't get time to talk about. The first one is Crysis Remastered. This is basically all 3 games from the Crysis trilogy. It has been announced. It is coming out this autumn. I'm sure we will talk about it on this show, but I am going to play the Remastered trilogy trailer for you to have a look at and see if this tickles your taste buds. Here we go.
Cloak engaged. The sub tore us down at the Lingshan Islands. But that was just Hargreave testing the water. He knew what we'd find buried out there. He just wanted to see what the nanosuits would do when we found it. Maximus. Hargreave was right. The suit changes all the rules. I had to come back with what I found. You and me, Marine, we don't get to die just yet. We gotta go back. Back where we're needed.
There you go, folks.
Thought I'd gone?
Yeah, I like that bit at the end. So this is coming out for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. No sign of next generation things, but obviously they must have started the development on it before next gen game. I have never, and I think this is criminal, I have never played any of the Crysis games. I've got the third one sitting on my hard drive for my Xbox 360, which is now on my Xbox Series X. I still haven't played it, but I know a lot of people who loved it, and people said that the first Crysis was one of the first games to get water effects done beautifully. I seem to hear that a lot. I don't know why. I thought they would talk about the game and the explosions, but they talk about the water. T-Funk, have you ever played any of these games?
I've never played one either, but I liked what they're doing. If you got a game that you did play a long time ago and it felt good and it worked good and everything like that, you like the story, but then if you try to go back and then you can't play it anymore because of the graphics, now they're redoing the graphics, makes it new for you again.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's a cool way to recycle it. I myself haven't played it, but I'm just thinking about Halo 1, how awful that was until they came out with that Master Chief collection, made it look good again.
And then it was still awful, obviously. Yeah.
Ooh. Sacrilegious. I didn't do it.
It is well known I am not a Halo fan, so no, for the people that love Halo, I'm sure they appreciated when they did that.
Yeah.
So I'll just cover my back there.
I'm trying to think of other games that they might have done it to. I'm not sure if they did, but this is a good idea. Remastered old good shooters.
Oh, I know. There you go, Melon. Halo sucks. No, I quite openly state games I don't like, I will slag off to the. Doesn't mean that I'm right. I just say it, and I cannot stand Halo. I actually used to hate Halo. I now just can't stand it because I actually did a stream of Halo a couple of weeks back where I still hate the main campaigns. I think they're trash, but I really enjoyed multiplayer. And I'm going to say that I really enjoyed the multiplayer. So I just don't hate it. I just
the very
like
first
it.
one. Very first one?
Well, no, I played the fifth one. Which is considered the worst.
Yeah,
so,
I want to start with.
Yeah,
that's not a good one to start with.
But I thought, well, if I'm going to go in and go in hard, then I might as well go for the worst one.
If this was 2000 and you played Halo for the first time, you'd probably be singing a different tune.
Do you know what? I probably would. I'd hold my hands up and go, yeah, I could probably agree with that. Mama Milksteak, hello. Thank you for the follow. You are my 350th follower. It's official. So congratulations to you for that. And that means that I have managed to get 50 followers in 8 days.
Not bad.
8 days, 50 followers.
Fair play.
So I'm not trying to set any target, but once I hit 400 followers, I've said I will be doing another Jackbox stream, but as a hot tub streaming piss take. I'm going to run a Jackbox show in a piss take hot tub. And I don't mean there's piss in it. I'm just saying I'm going to take the piss out of all hot tub streamers. Because, let's face it, there's no real skill to that, is there? When you got people like us here.
You have to count the donations and write them on yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to do all that. Do all that in a hot tub while playing Jackbox.
You're going to wear a mankini while you're doing it?
Someone did
say the whole hog.
Someone did say they would sub quite a lot of money if I did that, and I'm like, ooh. It's like, can I be easily bought like that? Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
So, of course. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes me to get another 50 followers. Dave, Crysis, and then I'll move on to our next game. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I loved the first one when it originally came out on the PC. It was one of those ones that for years was the benchmark. You know, will it run on this hardware? Because it just melted PCs at the time. It was a great game. It had pretty good enemy AI and good big open levels. Went a little bit off the rails towards the end when the aliens came in, but the first half of that game was really good. So I really enjoyed that one. So I was looking forward to Crysis 2 when that came out, but I absolutely hated that one. It was such a bitter disappointment after the first, because it was first one was just PC only. Second one had to take into account the consoles at the time. So all these big open environments, enemy AI just felt so scaled back, and the game just disappointed me from start to finish. So much so that I just didn't even bother with the third one. And the other thing I think is poor about this remastered trilogy is they seem to have completely forgotten that they did Crysis Warhead after Crysis, which was really good because it was a much smaller, tighter campaign. It followed the secondary character Psycho, and it was a really good campaign just because it sort of trimmed things down a bit like what you had with Hive Busters. Better paced, slightly smaller. Yeah, that just seems to have been forgotten about in recent years by EA. They deal with the other ones and forget about Warhead.
That's it. Thanks, Barons. See you soon. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that game existed, so I've learned something new there, dude.
Seems to have been forgotten. And
you're right. A lot of people did criticise the third one because I was just getting into Xbox when the third one came out, and I know a lot of people ripped into it. So, yeah. You said Tunes. He says, "Is that like how they forgot about Dre?"
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Yeah. There you go. Our next game, which was announced with a lot of people surprised, we did talk about it at the start of this show. We have not heard anything about this game for nearly 2 years, and we featured it in one of our shows where it was a game that we were being told it's still coming out, but there's been no updates. So is it going to be long and forgotten? And the answer is no, because it comes out just before Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the trailer for Dying Light 2. Enjoy.
Help us and you'll find a home here.
She's innocent!
Don't close your eyes, darling. Don't close your eyes.
No. You used to help me, remember? My brothers are gone. Finished. A myth.
Make him talk.
There you go, folks. It's official. This is coming out on December the 7th, I think it said there. So it's out this year. It looks amazing. Now, I'm just going to say before I let the other guys speak, I was not a fan of the first one. I just could not get into it. I know loads of people love this game. However, from what I'm being told, and let's see if they deliver on this, because one of the big things they talked about 2 years ago is depending on what routes you take and your decisions, it drastically changes the game and the outcomes. That would pull me in to give this a fair shout and a try. I'm just hoping that stuff doesn't get removed, like Cyberpunk. There's different free storylines and it changes everything, and it don't change F-all. Dave, I'm going to start with you on this. I know you like the first Dying Light, so are you hyped for this?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I did like the first one. It did take me a little bit of time to get into it, though. For like the first hour of playing it, I really wasn't that sold on it. But once the game started opening up and you started making the cool weapons, building your skills up, it just got a lot better and just kept improving from there. I absolutely loved it at the end. Fantastic game. So I've got my fingers crossed that this one will be good. Although I will say, when I was watching their like big reveal, the way they're sort of doing that, you know, talking to different devs about different things, it did bring back memories of how they did it for like Cyberpunk with their videos and the run-up. I thought definitely going to wait for the reviews just in case. Yeah. But hopefully it won't do a Cyberpunk and will actually be good.
I'm I'm sure we're going to see more of this in E3 over the next couple of days. We're going to see stuff. So I'm looking forward to this. T-Funk, have you ever played the first one, or are you looking forward to this?
I didn't play the first one, but I'm looking forward to if what you said is true, and then you can play it, and you play it one way, and it's a whole different direction. You can play another game. I hope that sets a trend with these games, which become very popular. That way we can play these games more than one time.
Yeah.
$60, one shot, put it on your shelf. It's different every time you play through it. I hope that's the way they're going to make it now. So if it does that, I'm a fan without even playing.
I really do hope that what they've stated and said they're going to do, I hope they deliver on that. So
can we trust them? That's the thing.
I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed. We'll see. We'll see. We will have to see. It's a bit worrying. Thank you, Mama Milksteak, for the lurk. Greatly appreciate it. And again, thank you for the follow. Thank you for being my 350th follower. So I am going to touch a little bit on E3. Obviously, these games that are coming out soon. Another one I'm going to talk about that's not coming out. They've announced this year, but we're not surprised. Obviously, we mentioned earlier God of War 2. We were given not even a sneak peek, just some words and a bit of flame, and they said it's coming out. PlayStation and Sony have basically said, sorry, folks, we're announcing it now. It's not coming out at the end of 2021. It's coming out sometime in 2022. So that's all they've said. We never had a definitive date anyway for it this year. I'm not surprised by this. Guys, are you surprised by this?
No, not even a little bit.
No.
As you say, the fact that all they show was the title, not that long ago, clearly it was just never going to be ready in time.
Yeah.
So now we're just going to have to sit patiently. But hopefully we'll get Horizon Forbidden West at least on the PS5 towards the end of the year. Well, I think that's still a bit touch and go. So, but hopefully it will make it.
They're saying, sorry, go on, Tifa.
Go ahead.
They're saying that hopefully they won't be delaying that, but as you say, it's very close. But I think they really are pushing that that's going to come out this year. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think they want it to. They want it to be their Christmas game, really, don't they? But don't rush it. Don't cyberpunk it. That's going with the term.
Right, exactly. Don't cyberpunk it. Finish it, make it good, make it worth the money that people are going to pay for it. I'll take as much time as you want.
Yeah, definitely. And I mentioned E3. I'm going to do a couple of plugs now. I mentioned E3. We're not going to talk about E3 on the show, and we're not going to talk about E3 on other shows unless there's anything amazing, because I am covering all E3 coverage live. I literally started at the weekend with the first part of the Indie Game Show. Today, I literally did a small 30-minute stream on the brand new handheld console that comes out that's got a wind-up crank. People thought that was a joke, but it's actually brand new. If you've missed it, go and check it out on Twitch. I am doing the reveal for the new Battlefield game tomorrow, live at 3 p.m. UK time. I'm then doing the live games night Thursday. Ubisoft, Xbox, Bethesda, Deep Silver, the VR gaming thing, PC gaming, future gaming. Check out my schedule. I am probably doing more than 20 streams this week. And E3, I know this is mad of me, I am covering every single one of these and giving live reactions on this. So the next one is tomorrow. Check out my schedule. It's all there. Schedule will be updated as the week goes because there's a few other things that haven't been announced. Campcom's one, I think, is due to be announced tomorrow. And it all ends with Nintendo on Tuesday. So there's literally a week of content. So it's going to be crazy. So you're going to be seeing that I'm going to be playing less games and more reveals and stuff. So that's going to be cool. Clout, thank you very much for the 5 bits. Really appreciate that. And Zenkai, thank you for giving out the Tier 1 community sub. Really, really appreciate that, dude. That has gone out to... Where's it gone to? It's gone to Sophie. So congratulations, Sophie. You got that. Make it 30 streams. We'll see. We'll see. The other thing I would like to announce, because Little Panda is here. Little Panda was our guest on the show last week. Little Panda and me got talking. Little Panda's got a great idea. He wants to do, in 2 weeks' time, a live gaming quiz show. I'm going to be Little Panda's co-host, helping him run it. And we are going to get 8 people to pit their wits and do like a quiz. There's going to be a music round, the pictures round, general knowledge on all things gaming. And we haven't decided, but it might be once a month, but the winner will stay on. That is going to be on Thursday. No, let me get the date right. Thursday the 17th, dude. I hope I've got that right. Thursday the 17th. More details to follow in the next week. And if you want to be a contestant, let us know, and we'll be doing that live. So there you go. That's a new thing. It's not going to be on my channel. It's going to be hosted on my channel, but it's going to be on Little Panda's channel. I'm doing a co-stream. 17th. Check it out. If you want to know, message me or message Little Panda. There you go. Let's get on with some more games that have come out. Now, this one annoys me because all I'm going to say is this is a much-loved fighting game. You're not going to be able to tell about it from this bloody trailer, but this is the launch trailer. This is what they decided to do. So you're not going to see any footage, but bear in mind when you put your scores in the chat, folks, that apparently this might be the best one of these games. This game featured in our 40 games to look out for. Dave, if you can remember that far back at the start of January when we did one of our first streams of this. This is Guilty Gear Strive. Here we go with the trailer.
And so begins, at long last, my world peace experiment.
Asuka knew that Ino would pose a threat if she ever awakened, so he created a Jacko to prevent that, in order to save her. That other Jacko...
Mind telling me why you're really here?
The flame of corruption. Some bad guy. Our plan's completely shot to shit if he shows up.
Your conclusion is meaningless. The most important thing for me is drama.
An unregistered weapon of mass destruction has been activated.
This is about to start another world war!
Retreat! All right then, let's all give Asuka a hand.
What is this?
World peace. Ready in just 5 minutes. Happy Chaos.
Happy?
My name. I could be anything you like, or nothing at all. But I do exist.
There you go. Guilty Gear Strive. This is actually a beat-em-up game, reminiscent of Mortal Kombat, King of Fighters, Street Fighter, etc. That 100% trailer tells you jack shit about the game, but obviously sets it up. However, all I'm going to say is people that have played these games before, this is out on PlayStation 4 and 5 and PC, came out today. A lot of people saying this is the best one in the series so far. And for people who play games like Injustice, Mortal Kombat, where you have to learn all those combos and everything, it's very simple to get the combos working, therefore making it easier for new people to jump in the game. That's all I'm going to say about it. Start off with that. Dave, your opinion on this?
Well, from the trailer, you can't really tell a fat lot about the game. I mean, it's interesting that they choose to do a story trailer for a fighting game where that's really the last thing you're really bothered about. You're one of those in that genre, the story, because it's usually ridiculous anyway. You just want to go and beat the crap out of something. It looked cool. I like the anime style. If the main game looks as good as that, which, I mean, I've looked at a few screenshots, it does look pretty funky, then I'm guessing it should be a pretty good fighter. I like the sound of it as well, if you say it's a bit more simple to do combos and stuff, because I really can't get into the ones where you got to learn all the buttons and directions and shit like that. I prefer stuff like Soul Calibur, where it's just a bit easier to get a decent flow of combat going, so I might consider a look at this. It perhaps something I'd look for on Game Pass, having not played any of them before, so if it pops up on there, I'll have a look at it.
Okay. T-Funk?
I've heard of it. one question is, what are they hiding? Like, can't see gameplay? And how are they going to wrap that whole storyline into a fighting game? But if it's accessible to everybody, I've turned full weeb in the past week and a half. I don't know if anybody knows this, but so it looks pretty cool to me right now.
Little Panda saying I would definitely give this a go. There's a couple of people. I know King said he's played a lot of the Guilty Gear games, and he said they're all 10s in my opinion. So that says a lot. That says a lot. I have seen gameplay footage. It's just that in all the launch trailers, there's no footage, which I think is slightly annoying. I don't know why they did that. Yeah. But there you go. There you go. Whoa. Weeby's being used in the wrong context. Did you not? Sorry, did you? I misunderstood that. Did you not like those games? Sorry, I thought you said that all are 10s in my opinion. I thought you like.
I think he's talking about what I said. I probably said it wrong.
Okay, we'll clarify it. Apologies, whatever, if we got it wrong. I think he's talking about T-Funk. Okay. So. Saying he went full weeb. Okay. So what do we reckon this got?
I'm trying to be hip.
Oh yeah, Weeb is about culture, while Otaku is more about manga, anime. There you go. You learn something new every day. There you go. Dave, score for this, even though you haven't got a clue what it is.
I guess a 9. It's meant to be a good series.
Yeah. Okay. And what do we say in the chat? Give us your scores in the chat, folks. And T-Funk?
I'd say a 9 too. I've heard of it before. Okay. I know a lot of people like it. You'll get rid of that.
Well, for the fact it cropped up on our radar of one of the 40 best games to look for, and we talked about this. Dave, I don't know whether you remember we actually talked about this.
Oh, I can't remember what I did yesterday.
Okay, fair enough. 8.5 gameplay. Professor says, what consoles? It's on PC, PS4, PS5. As of today, it came out today. It gets 9 out of 10, ladies and gents. 9 out of 10 for Guilty Gear Strive. So go check that out if you like your fighting games. Hey, Walker, how you doing? Welcome back. Great to see you. How's things? Is it FPS locked on PC? I have no idea. Now, a big PlayStation game that is literally coming out this Friday, but the reviews are already out. This is on PS5 only, which did surprise me a little bit, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. This is supposed to really showcase what the PS5 can do. Ladies and gents, we've talked about this on the show before. This is Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart. Here comes the trailer.
Ratchet and Clank! What a wonderful surprise!
What do you want, Nefarious?
We're going to a dimension where I always win!
Clank? Where am I? A wombat?
Who are you?
I'm Ribbit. Let's go for a ride.
Wait, I have to find my friend.
Emperor Nefarious, you have returned.
Yes! Emperor!
Huh? You're Nefarious. He looks a lot like mine. Evil like him, too. And that Lombax.
I'm coming, Clank.
If we do not get the Dimensionator now, we may lose every dimension. Oh, my.
There you go. Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart comes out this Friday. It's a lot riding on this for the PlayStation 5, folks. I'm not going to say much about this. I'll say before people give their scores to see if people can guess what this is going to get. Dave, I'm going to start with you again on this one, just because I know you were quite looking forward to this, weren't you? After we showed some footage of this at the start of the year.
Yeah, it does look really good. I've been playing a bit of the previous game that was on the PS4. I've been enjoying that. It's just a good, simple, fun action platformer game. It's got some great weapons in there. The characters are good. The animations are really good. Great gameplay. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing this one. It's meant to do some very good things with the DualSense, using the adaptive triggers in a particular way, and using the speed of the SSD drive to quickly load in new environments. So you can quickly jump through portals from one world into another. There's no like pause and loading screens or anything like that. It's all basically instant. And graphic-wise, it looks fantastic. I mean, graphic-wise, it's almost like watching like a Pixar film, but you're playing it.
Yeah.
Just the amount of stuff that's going on in there looks really good.
Yeah. T-Funk, your thoughts on this?
Looks cool. I'm glad it's a game that's still around. This was really popular. It's 20 years or something it's been around for. I'm glad they're still making stuff. And I'm glad it's exclusive for just on the PlayStation 5. Gives people a reason to have it.
Yeah.
If you can get it.
Yeah, if you've got a PS5, I think you'd want to get this game.
Yeah.
Zenkai says, "Oh, can I say the interesting thing I found out about the game?" Go for it, Zenkai. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. A couple of scores coming in already, an 8.59. So, what they have said about the game is, yes, as Dave said, they've got this brilliant thing where you open a portal, you go straight through it, straight into the next world. Gameplay continues. No loading screens, no loading time, smooth as anything. Lots of great new characters they've added to it that they've said actually helps the story. Story's fantastic. The only thing they said was a downside is that there are some levels that are where you're, and you saw it in the trailer, where you're driving along on a like a super slug or something. And they said that is very generic and it crops up a couple of times. That is not so good. And they felt that that could be left out the game. So based on that sort of thing, what do you think it got? T-Funk, I'll start with you.
I'm going to say 8.5 just because of its volume.
Okay. Dave?
I'll go for 9.
Okay, you're going for a 9. Zenkai says, while we get some more scores in, Insomniac has put in a weapon called the Rhino 8 Supergun, which can drop objects from other dimensions, i.e. other PlayStation-owned games, into Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That is amazing.
That is interesting right there.
That is really cool. That makes the whole thing very meta, as I say. Let's have your scores, folks. What are you saying? King's going for 9. AFK's gone for an 8.5. What are you going to give Ratchet and Clank? Is it going to be the big success that's going to stop people from being bored on the PlayStation 5, if you've got a PlayStation 5? Zenkai says 9.5. I'm going to reveal it got 9 out of 10. Possibly the best rated PlayStation 5 game so far, I think. If not on par with something else. So, it's out this Friday. Can only get it on PS5. 9 out of 10 for Ratchet and Clank. There you go. Oh, can we get one of our people to get rid of the spammer, please? Get the show them the door, please. Give them a boot up the arse.
Mods,
wakey wakey.
We sent them all to sleep.
Yeah, or they always go and make a bloody cup of tea when this happens. It's amazing. I've got 4 mods and they've all... Tunes, you there, dude? He's on it, bless him. AFK tried to ban it out of habit. There you go. I bet you he was going to make a cup of tea. There you go. Thank you, Tunes. Appreciate that. Done. It's gone. Thank you. So, from a really active game with lots of guns, lots of action, to a game where you just can't be asked. He was in the kitchen. I told you, he was in the kitchen. And he heard me call. There you go. Comes swooping in to save me. Super Tunes. There you go. Thank you very much. Bloody bots. I know. They always know when he leaves. This is a game where basically you just can't be asked. This is Sludge Life. That's all I'm going to say about this one. Check this trailer out. It's odd. There you go. That is Sludge Life, which is out. Came out Wednesday last week on PC and Nintendo Switch. I saw the thing that any game where you can piss seems quite good. I saw that in the comments. T-Funk is in it for the peeing mechanics. Paul Newton's like, what the fuck? He reckons that song's going to be the Christmas #1. You heard it here first. Little Panda, I fucking hate them stupid tracks coming in here trying to pee. That's about the spammers. I know. We just tell them to get lost. That game, I know. What the hell? So there you go. T-Funk, I mean, what the funk was that?
It looks weird. Looks fun. Looks weird. I can't believe it's on Switch too. They got people peeing it. Everybody knows I like the pee mechanic in any.
Yeah.
Proud of that they would put that in there. You know me, you know that. But it looks pretty cool. I don't know what it's about. It doesn't make any sense. But if it's just some kind of weird thing and you can do stuff, I don't know. It looks like there's some sort of social media aspect to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe that you can post the pictures you take in the game if you set up something weird. I don't know. Looks cool though. I'm gonna give it a shot.
I mean, the thing that made me chuckle was the bit where they take the picture of the cat and then just throws the camera into the ocean.
Yeah.
So what the hell was the point?
The whole time, or you know.
Yeah.
It looks good. I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah. Dave, your thoughts on this one?
It's an odd-looking little game. I mean, its graphic style's interesting. What it's gone for. It's gone, but some odd-looking characters that don't really make a huge amount of sense. I didn't really know why the cat's got two arseholes at one point. They just spotted that bit in the trailer, but yeah, the cat's got two arseholes. Poor thing. From what I can gather about it, it's like a sort of smallish open world game. I don't think it takes you very long to play through, but it's mainly about sort of just tagging areas with your spray can, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. It doesn't sound to me like there's a huge amount to it. So I think I'd skip past this one. Didn't look that great.
Okay. Let us know in the chat what you think this got score-wise. As I said, this is Sludge Life on Switch and PC. Came out last Wednesday. T-Funk, what were you going to give this?
I'd say it might get like a 6.
Okay, a 6. And Dave?
I'll try a 6.5.
2 arseholes, but like all cats, it doesn't give two shits about anything. True.
Yeah.
Little Panda says 6.5, bro. Not going to pay more than a tenner for this game. Looks like Beavis and Butthead graphic style rubbish. P out of 10. Nice. Zenkai 6. I can tell you it got 7 out of 10. Assuming, I mean, I can't play it. It's not an Xbox, but if it's not that expensive and it does appear, I would try it just to see what the hell it's about. It's just piqued my curiosity, I have to say. Seems weird. I think there's some sort of narrative in there because the fact you're talking to the characters and stuff, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, coming to the most important news story of tonight's show. And what I have to do is show you something which is extremely important, which is this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a McChicken Nugget that was from a BTS Happy Meal. So anyone who's not familiar, BTS are the J-pop group, Japanese pop group. They've put their names and faces to a load of Happy Meals. And then, weirdly, in one of those Happy Meals, this person noticed that this Chicken McNugget looked a bit sus. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Among Us Chicken McNugget. Now, this person did not eat it. As you can see, it's stored in a bag. What they did was they froze it, they put it on eBay, and it sold for, ladies and gentlemen, for just under $100,000. I shit you not. $100,000. Some crazy person has paid $100,000 for a frozen Chicken McNugget that looks vaguely like an Among Us character. The question is, chat, would you pay $100,000 for that? Now, that's the thing. Is it because of K-pop? Or is it because it's that? We don't know. It's crazy. It's worth more than Newton's Nuggets. That's true. Get in my belly. I'd eat it. I wouldn't give a shit. I'd take a picture of it and then eat it. But it's crazy. If I had the same income as The Rock, yeah, sure, I'd do it. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? I'm going to take that off the screen. I mean, what the hell?
Oh, someone's got more money than sense. Spending that much on that. It's only a freaking chicken nugget. Turn it upside down, look a bit like a bunny rabbit. Just a fucking McNugget, honestly.
Yeah. Obviously, you guys don't understand the historical significance of this discovery. And I know
no, I don't.
It's just going to go up in value from 100,000. Please. I mean.
It could be a Donnie Darko, someone said. Oh God, no, just no.
How much of the chip that looked like, what was it? Who did it look like? Ernest Borgnine or something?
Oh, yeah.
Chip, something like that. Looks like a famous person, and
like
they just
crisp.
Yeah, crisp. Yeah.
Yeah, potato chips. Sorry, yeah, weird. Oh, there you go. I once had a nugget that looked like a moon shape. It was round.
No.
Well, it's not often you actually get proper round nuggets. Let's be honest. They come out in all sorts of shapes. So there you go. Paul Newton has me intermittently fasting, so I pay 150k for any food stuff right now, and 6 mil for all the people I will kill between 1:30 and 12 lunchtime because I haven't eaten. Dear oh dear. On that bombshell, let's go back to something that, I think is really important. A game that we all love and respected earlier in the show. We just can't get enough of it. So obviously there's a market, because on the same day as Tour de France 2021 came out, so did Pro Cycling Manager come out on the PC on Thursday the 3rd. I can't believe this. Hot off the press, people. Let's play this trailer of what could be the most important game of your history of life. Here we go with the trailer.
Yeah, you knocked me down before. I'll come right back at ya. You better hope I don't catch ya. Cause when I do, I'm gonna smash ya. Now I'm out for blood. I'm ready into the claw. I'm out for blood. I'm out for blood. You better pray it ain't you I'm coming for. I'm out for blood. Knock, knock at your door. Knock, knock at your door. Knock, 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 knock at your door. Knock, knock at your door. Now I'm out for blood. Yeah, I'm out for blood. Opposition, I'm rounding them up. When you hear fire, that's not the sound of a truck. When I excel, everyone else is on the ground in the dust. And you should be scared to face me, you know you can't prepare. You couldn't take me out when I was down on my luck. Get your door, knock, knock, get your door, knock, 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 get your door, knock, knock, get your door.
Yes! It's on, people. The most exciting game of, I don't know, the next millennium. I don't know. I like the fact that AFK says, Paul Newton, you've got another gift coming. Little Panda says, not going to lie, these cycling games are actually good fun. There's so much you need to do on them, and it's real. Now, I'm not going to criticise Little Panda, as he did stand up for, where is it? Come on, Horse Club Adventures, which we talked about last week. And I'm not dissing Little Panda for that, but look, there's a market here, people. People must love this. The only thing I was going to say wasn't the same bloody trailer than what we just saw about an hour ago. I thought
it's the same dev and the same publisher.
You're kidding me.
No,
really?
no. I was looking at both on Steam earlier, and I just noticed they both had very similar descriptions. I thought, is that the same people? I went back, looks, yeah, same one, same dev, same publisher.
And it came out on the same day. I mean, why? I mean, I would have got it if Tour de France hadn't come out on PC, but it did. So why bring this? I mean, they go, oh, you know what we haven't done? Made people buy 2 bicycle games on the same day.
Well, the other one, you got to do the cycling yourself by just pressing A. This one, you just manage the team, and they just probably fuck off and do it. It's the AI, doesn't it? But it is different. Still crap.
Yes, Diva. Yes, I am. We'll have a chat afterwards. No problem. Wait, Paul Newton, you used to like me. What happened? So we'll get straight on with this. I've actually got scores for this. What do we think this got scored? T-Funk?
4. I don't know. Did they just change the camera angle of the last game?
Yeah, probably.
And then just put it on a different disc. That's what it looks like. I mean, it even looked a little bit better than the one we actually.
Do you know what? I think graphically it did look better. It did look better. So we'll see. 8 out of 10 from AFK. Little Panda 7.5. 8 for the memes. Maybe Jelly Tan. Diva with an 8. Dave, what you saying, fella?
6.
6. I can tell you now, you got it right. 6 out of 10. It got.
How did you even get a 6? But
I don't know. And because I want to wipe this from my memory as quickly as possible, we're going to jump into a game which is clearly made for kids. Because I, for the life of me, another game that I'm probably never going to play in my lifetime. This is DC Superhero Girls Teen Power. This is out on the Nintendo Switch. Came out last Friday. Here we go.
Oh no! A giant robot is destroying Metropolis! But he won't get away with this. I'm gonna play as Batgirl. With my Batarangs and Bathook, I'll stop him. Oh, wait, I can be Supergirl too. I've got heat vision and super breath. Whoa, look! I can even pick up cars with my super strength. Now it's Wonder Woman time. No one's gonna stop me with my sword, shield, and lasso of truth. But you know what? Sometimes you just need to stir up a little mischief. Like a supervillain. Harley Quinn coming through. They'll never escape my mallet. Wham! Bam! Slam! Meow! Now I'm the ferocious Catwoman. With my cat-like senses and sharp claws, you're positively done for. Star Sapphire with a dazzling entrance. But it's power and chaos that shine the most with me. Take that and that! We'll all stop those evildoers and save the city. Because we're DC Superhero Girls. Available now, only on Nintendo Switch.
There you go, folks. So, yeah, clearly a game for the kids. I'm not going to take the mick out of it. There's a market for them. Coming from the makers of Lely Kelly shoes. Kid shoes, if you don't know, just so you know. Walker fan said hard pass. AFK says I'm actually the voice actor for Batgirl.
I believe.
I don't know. Perfect game for T-Funk, apparently. Is this a rip-off version of the Avengers? It probably is. It's probably better than the Avengers game. I'm not going to lie.
Probably sell more. Upset Square Enix.
It probably sell, yeah. My kids would love this. I agree. There are no reviews for this, unfortunately. I could not get any reviews. Dave might have a quick Google because anything's happened in the last 4 hours since I prepped the show. Quick thoughts on this. I am going to bypass this quite quickly because we've got other games to talk about. Dave, thoughts?
Well, I don't watch the cartoon, so I've really got no best bit in this. But yeah. I'm guessing if you watch the cartoon, you love it. You get it. Well, you're going to be 5, 6, I don't know, but you're probably going to want to play the game, and you'll probably get some good times out of it. So go ahead, go and enjoy it. I'll skip it.
Cool. T-Funk?
Game for girls. They need to beat them up, I guess. Good enough.
Yeah. See, David's just said, I love it. My daughter would love this.
Yeah,
when she's older. But I know everyone that's got kids has said my daughter would love this or my kids would love this. I think it's a perfect thing. So I'm not knocking this game. I would never play it. But I think this is ideal for kids. This would be great. We'll see if we see any reviews. I don't know if Dave's managed to scour anything.
Oh, very quickly just found one. It got 7 out of 10 on the one side.
Oh, sweet. Okay. There you go. So it's cool. That's a good score for a kids game. So there you go. Maybe Jelly Tan says the same thing. I think it's good for kids. No worries, Clout. All good. Seems user-friendly enough. Easy to understand. I think that's what they need. So all good. There you go. Moving on. Our next game. This has been out on every other platform. Came out last year, but got its PS5 release last Friday. This is a game called Evergate. Getting strong Ori kind of vibes from this game. Here's the trailer. Let's see what you think.
Rated T for teen.
So there you go, folks. That is Evergate. Now, interesting thing about that is it's come out on PS5 last week. I couldn't actually get a PS5 trailer. That was the Nintendo Switch, but it's out on literally everything. Again, I said Ori and the Blind Forest. There's a couple of other games that are similar to that, those kind of vibes. T-Funk, your thoughts on this one?
Oh, it looks pretty cool. Looks cool art style. I don't know. It didn't really get me wanting to play it, but I'm sure somebody would want to play that likes that type of genre. Does that have something to do with the afterlife, I would think?
I'm guessing
heaven
so.
And hell and all that stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
It is meant to be in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Dave, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it looks okay. As you say, it's got vibes of the Ori series, just in its art style. I think it leans a bit more on the puzzle side of puzzle platformer. So it's not just you've got to be really skilled at platforming. You've got to solve the puzzles to get through its many levels. It looks interesting enough. Yeah, if I saw it perhaps like Game Pass or something one of the days, I'd probably pick it up and have a look. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't get around to it.
Well, what do we reckon this got, chat? Let us know, scores-wise. As I say, has been out over a year now on all other platforms, but this is the PS5 launch. Dave, I'll start with you. Score, please.
I'm going to guess a 7 for this one.
Okay. And T-Funk?
Yeah, 7.
7. Okay, AFK's going for a 7. Maybe Jellytan says 6. I wish Game Pass was on every console. I know. I don't think it is on Game Pass, as far as I know. 7 from Walker, 8 from Little Panda. It got an 8 out of 10 for the PS5 version. which is good. A lot of other people saying giving it a 7.5. Very close indeed. So we go. That is Evergate, out on all the other consoles for at least a year, but now on PS5. Came out last Friday. Some very quick more news. I'm going to try and cram as much in the next 15 minutes because we want to try and finish on time this time. So, rumour mill, very quickly. Ubisoft have kind of not announced, but it's been leaked, that there is a multiplayer game coming out that will feature characters from the Ghost Recon games, Splinter Cell games, and the baddies from The Division. Not much else is known about it, but it's going to be the first time that characters from those 3 games are coming together. It may get announced at the Ubisoft E3 thing, which is on Saturday night, if my memory serves me correct. So we shall see. But that is one thing to look out for on the rumour mill. The other interesting news story, which is our last news story for tonight before we hammer through some more games, is Resident Evil 4 is 16 years old. And it has not stopped someone suing Capcom because their artwork was used in that game, and it turns out some other games now, because this court case has been going further on, and it's just come to light that they were not asked permission. So there is a artist that takes photographs called Jurasek, and they took photos. They apparently were approached to use some of the images in games, whether it's stock footage, whether it's actually in-game. They said they never were actually officially asked, and they've had more than 200 of their images used in different Capcom games. It's now come to light, and the artist is now suing them after 16 years of this happening. I've seen some of the images. They are definitely, they've used their images without their permission. Resident Evil 4, there's certain images of shattered glass where they put their logo over the top of it. Things where there's things over the doors, which are pictures where the person has taken the picture of that specific door. So it's not a coincidence. Guys, your thoughts on this? I think it's quite amazing that if Capcom have clearly done this and they've got away with it. But well, until now.
Probably lost in the, the CCs of the email that they had to pay this person, I would think. It can't be that expensive for some, to pay a photographer for some pictures to use it. I mean, unless he was asking something incredibly amount, or she was asking some incredible amount for these pictures. You think they'd just go take another picture that is not theirs?
Yeah, I don't know what they have announced what the amount is. We may find out in the next up and coming weeks, but we haven't got to
pay the person. And sell it. But do we find, because everyone was like, oh, Resident Evil 8 is getting sued, and it was like, no, game from 16 years ago. We surprised people. Dave, did it surprise you that it wasn't the latest game?
Yeah, it's just funny it's taken so long for it to come to light, but who knows where this person was even aware the stuff has been used in the games. They might not be a gamer, so they never noticed it until someone else spotted it and mentioned it to them. But yeah, if Capcom have misused it, it's plain and simple. They just have to pay.
Yeah. I suppose the only upside is when they do their E3 showcase, there won't be an audience to boo them this year. They'll get away with it because it's online. But there you go. You got to learn the game. Hello, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome. We're going to hammer through. We've got literally 3 more games to talk about. We might actually just about finish on time here. This is cool. This is the next game. This is based on I didn't know this, but it's based on a graphic novel. And apparently it's now a show on Netflix. Not that I've heard of this. This game came out last Friday as well. This is The Last Kids on Earth and the Staff of Doom. This is out on PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. Let's check out that trailer, and we'll see what people think of it. Here we go.
Wakefield, overrun with zombies and monsters. Some are terrifying, some are goofy, all are deadly, and all have their own unique powers, attacks, strengths, and weaknesses. And there's only one person who has the knowledge, video game know-how, and readily available baseball blades to take them on. Me, Jack Sullivan. Monster Slayer, zombie fighter, post-apocalyptic survivor, and really bad driver. Help me chop down massive monsters, blast through zombie hordes, fight off slime creatures, and defeat the extra evil villain, Melandric. The last kids on Earth and the Staff of Doom.
So there you go. That's that one. This does look quite good fun, but it does actually remind me the fact that 2 weeks ago on the show, they remade and remastered Zombies at My Neighbours. So it just reminded me of that. T-Funk, your thoughts on this one?
Can I just mention how stupid I am when I saw this? I didn't know anything about the game, but then it says the Staff of Doom. I'm thinking the people that made the game Doom were in the game, you know, like George Romero and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about. But looks like a fun game, that kind of, you know, quirky, something like that. I don't know if I'd play it.
Thank you, Panda.
I've just said, like, oh, the Staff of Doom, like a staff.
Yeah.
And like the staff, I'm thinking, like, oh, the staff of the
video game.
I'm paying attention, I swear.
It's cool.
I said, oh, okay. I'm American. Don't worry.
Yeah. Do you want to play it now? You know what it is, or
I don't know. I was looking for the people that made Doom in it. They're going to be in. I was like, oh, is this like kind of a computer game type of thing?
So basically, you're like, no, they're not in it. I'm not interested. I'm washing my hands.
That might be a better game if they added them in there.
Dave, your thoughts on it?
Oh, I prefer T-Funk's idea. It sounds much better.
Yeah.
This does look like a perfectly competent sort of, you know, isometric action game.
Yeah.
Having never seen the show or the graphic novel, having no idea that it was even a thing until I looked it up earlier.
Yeah.
I've got no investment in this. It's probably going to be okay, but I doubt I'll ever play it.
There you go. What do we reckon this got? Chat, put your scores in the chat. T-Funk, what do you reckon this got out of 10?
6, I guess.
Oh, do you know what? Don't bother guessing because apparently we couldn't find any reviews. Whoops, I was reading the wrong thing. Dave, can you do a quick Google for me? Because reviews always pop up when after I bloody got all the content together. Just see what it goes. So you're going to say a 7. Walker says a 5. Hello, Gray. How you doing? Gray says a 6. Little Panda says 7.5. Dave, you can say the score on there because we'll just go with that if you can find it.
I haven't found a score yet. I can see 2 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down on Steam at the moment. Not many user reviews yet.
Do you know what? Who cares? Let's move on to the next one. I'll do. It gets 2 thumbs up and a thumbs down. That's not even a rating system, I understand, but there you go. That's The Last Kids on Earth, Staff of Doom, out on PS4, Xbox One, PC, Switch, and Switch. Moving on to a game that, again, came out last year on most consoles, was also a VR game. It now gets the PlayStation 5 and Series X treatment. This is the sci-fi horror game, The Persistence. Here we go.
Rated M for mature.
Did something happen? This body feels like it was just printed. There was a spark gap event on the last singularity jump. Rictus, of course. The black hole! We have to repair the ship and jump away. And we don't have much time. The clone printer here still works. It's printing bodies. But they aren't human. It's just you and me, I'm afraid.
There you go, folks. So this is out already, but as I said, comes out on Series X and PS5. This came out last Friday. Clearly reminds me vibes of System Shock, the classic game, space horror game. But you die, you come back to life. You die, live, die, repeat. You get the idea. It's that kind of game. Dave, start with you.
It looks okay. It's one of those roguelike type games, so things change every time you die. So you can't learn the level; it'll shift around slightly when you come back. You know, different enemies, different layouts. It looks like it'd probably be good in VR, but unfortunately, it doesn't support any motion control, so you can't reach into the world and directly interact with it. It's just hold the joypad and just move your head around. So it's a little bit disappointing from that respect. One thing I didn't know it did, and I was looking up earlier. I assume it does it on the consoles as well, but it's got some sort of asymmetrical multiplayer where you can join in to the game from a phone, Android or iOS, and interact with some of the systems in the game, like open doors, lure creatures, turn like security and stuff off. It might be quite cool if you're playing it in, say, VR, and some of your mates are joined in from phones, messing around with certain systems in there. Could make it a bit more interesting. Yeah, might be one it's worth having a go at.
We'll see. We'll see. T-Funk, your thoughts on this?
That's a pretty cool idea there. If you can get in and mess with the main character by playing some of the enemies. I'm just curious if it's like every time you die, is it like making a copy of a copy of a copy? Do you start to degrade and start to make the game harder? You don't have your same abilities and stuff like that.
We shall have to
see. Like a lot like Halo too. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I've said my piece about that.
Halo.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we reckon this got score-wise, folks? Put it in the chat. Dave, I'll start with you.
I think I'll go for a 7.
Okay. T-Funk?
I'd probably say a 7 too.
Okay. It's a horror game. It is a horror game. It's a sci-fi horror game. Big Jesse, 6.5. AFK's going for an 8. 6 maybe. Lil Pan's a piece of crap, 7.5. That's a good score. That's not a piece of crap. Piece of crap's a 4, like Gray's just given. There you go. Well, it got a 7.5, Little Panda. It got 7.5. You got that right. So there you go. That's the Persistence, which is now out on PS5 and Series X as of last Friday, and it's been out on everything else for over a year now. 2 more games to go. We're going to be running about a little 5-10 minutes late. Sorry about this, folks, but we'll do this. Some of you may have loved the amazing Untitled Goose game. Well, this is a game with a goose, but it's got a name, and it's nothing like Untitled Goose game. This is Mighty Goose. Check this out. For those who love certain games like Metal Slug, you're going to love this. Here we go. There you go. Mighty Goose. For those who do remember the Metal Slug games, it is basically Metal Slug, but with a goose. So we shall see what it's like. Thoughts on this, guys? Did you ever play any of these shooters that were tough as nails, like the Metal Slug games, and would you like this?
Oh, I can remember playing one of the Contras on the SNES. Was it Contra 3 that was on the SNES?
Yeah.
I think it was Super Probotector it was called over here, but it was Super Contra 3 or something everywhere else. That was one of those mad running gunners, just bullets flying everywhere, and it was good fun. I haven't played one for years, though. That looked quite cool. I think looking at that, I like to imagine it is the entitled Goose. After like harassing a quaint English town, he's escalated to a running gunner, just causing havoc everywhere.
T-Funk, your thoughts?
I used to love playing Contra, all the Contras and the Akari Warriors and all that type of stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. But I like how the character of the Goose doesn't look any like kind of extreme with big eyes or anything. He just kind of looks like a goose, very stoic. I enjoy that about it. I don't know if I'll play it, but
yeah, I want to know his backstory. Why has he been forced to attack all these things? Yeah. You know, we'll find out.
Revenge or just for fun?
Possibly. I don't know. You know, we'll find out. This came out last Saturday. It's the first time we've had a game that's come out on a Saturday. Really weird, but it's out on PS4, 5, all the Xboxes, Switch, and PC. What do we think this got out of 10? Let us know in the chat. Dave, I'll start with you.
7.
Okay. And T-Funk?
7.
Well, I can tell you, even before the chat, Zenkai coming in with an 8. Maybe Gelatan with an 8. Big Jesse with a 6. Well, should have gone with what the guy said, because it's got a solid 7 out of 10, just like what Gray said. 7 out of 10 for the Mighty Goose game. So there you go. Our last game of this evening, again, something completely different, is a sequel. This came out today, out on PS4 and 5, all the Xboxes and PC. This is, and I do shrug because I've never played the original, but I do kind of shrug when there's an element of it which makes you go, oh, not again. But this could be good. This is Chivalry 2. Here we go, folks.
Video weapon! Kill the Arcanthian! For every warrior, there comes a time when a moment will decide your fate. As the throng of battle echoes against steel and shield, and we cry out towards eternity, find yourself in this moment! Ignite the fire of your soul and survive this day! Fall before me! Another victory! For Agatha! Chivalery!
There you go, Chivalry 2. Now, the only thing that made me roll my eyes is 64-player Battle Royale. Again, why is it always 64 people? Can no one do 98 or 72 or 27? I don't get why. But I have to say, this looks pretty awesome because I think I played the first Chivalry and I was like, meh, didn't set my world on fire. But this looks pretty cool. I'm going to start with you, T-Funk, on this one.
I think it looks cool. And if you can still fight on after you're missing an arm and throw heads at people, that looked pretty cool. I always thought that trying to, use a first-person shooter, the FPS view with swords and stuff, I always thought was frustrating. But maybe they did something with it. But I never really liked it because it just the way the camera is, you just don't have a feel for where your sword's going to go. But it looked fun. But then if it's a battle royal again, I wish it had other things to it. More of a strategy, something like that to it, where you could get involved physically, with your armies and stuff. But I might play it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. I'd give it a whirl. And hopefully there is a bit more of element, as you said, strategy of where do you send which people to where and what defenses are you going to attack.
Dynasty Warrior style, maybe.
Yeah. We'll have to see. Dave, your thoughts on this one?
I thought it looked pretty good. I liked it when they threw the severed head at someone to knock him down. I was kind of sold on it there. It looked quite cool. I'd hope it's a bit more of a team-based game than just like a battle royale. I'll have to have a look later and see if it is. But it looks like it would be a bit better for team-based, especially if you're one side's assaulting the castle, the other side trying to protect it. That would be pretty cool. I think it's got a bit of a sort of complicated control system to get the hang of. So I think it's got a bit of a steep learning curve to get into it. But the combat in it looks good.
Yeah.
So I think I might have a look at that at some point.
Okay. I can't get any scores to you because it literally came out today, but we ain't got scores. Dave's going to have a little Google, I think, while I play our last video of this evening because we're coming to the close of the show, folks. So you always know I try and find little videos that I think might be cool or might be funny. Love it or hate it, Fortnite has become a bit of a phenomenon. They've added so many different characters into this game. It's been ridiculous. X-Men, Alien. We now know John McClane from Die Hard is going to be in the game. But they've announced 2 more characters that are coming to Fortnite literally in the next couple of days. Can you see who they are from this trailer? I'm going to play this and then let us know in the comments what you think. There's one character that I'm like, yeah, that was bound to happen. But there was another character that was like, I never thought in my days this would happen. And this might even make me want to start playing Fortnite because of this one particular character. Here we go.
Then, the rest of them showed up.
While the island is certainly no stranger to strange phenomena, never before have we seen anything quite like this.
So who are the 2 main characters that popped up there? One was very obvious, and one I don't think was that obvious. But if you've seen all the fuss about Fortnite, it will be.
It was Superman, wasn't it?
One was Superman. It was Clark Kent in the offices. He moves his down. And the other, yes, is Rick Sanchez. You can play as Rick from Rick and Morty. The thing I like what they've done that, and I've seen the gameplay footage, is he does not look like any of the other Fortnite characters. He looks like Rick from Rick and Morty, so he totally looks misplaced in the game. But that, I'm like, yeah, I'm sold. Just to be Rick. Going around burping and saying horrible things. I am quite surprised they put... But then you go, I'm surprised they put a character that's quite vulgar in a game. But then you've got the alien from Aliens in Fortnite now, which is a horrible creature. You wouldn't let kids watch that film, but it's in there, So, yeah, Little Panda, I'll have to do it, mate. It's going to happen at some point. We'll have to see. I want in, and you should start playing. Becca, I might. You never know. I did say I was going to do a one-off Fortnite stream to see what all the fuss was about, because I do a lot of these. What's all the fuss about these games? But there you go. There you go. So, folks, that's it from us tonight. I want to say a couple of things. Thank you to AFK for the follow. Thank you to Diva for the raid. Barbarian for the raid. Mama Milksteak for the follow. Clout for the bits. Zenkai for the gifted sub. Obviously, I want to thank my co-host, as always, Mr. David Jones.
No problem, mate. Happy to be here.
And once again, we welcome back. Thank you so much, T-Funk Era, for being our guest for a second time.
My pleasure, gentlemen. It's been fun. Been great. Very informative. Very entertaining.
It is, especially when you get to talk about chicken McNuggets that look a bit sus.
Absolutely.
You know, top level news quality. I give up. Yeah, there you go. Folks, that's it from us. There will be another TNGC next week with our guest Melland, who was in the chat, all the way coming live from Yorkshire. Bless him. So he is the next guest, is Melland. But just to remind you, folks, I am covering literally all the E3 coverage live as it happens, because I am stupid like that, and I will be giving my reactions for all the showcases of the games. I know it's a ridiculous amount of bring the tea bags. Definitely Discord. Bringing the tea bags. I don't know. They've still not announced some of this stuff. There's one day where I'm doing 5 E3 streams alone. On top of the fact that I am still doing my snack tasting stream with my wife at Saturday lunchtime. On top of that. I love my life. So there you go, folks. Check out my schedule for all that, or just turn up when I'm live. That'll be easy enough. You can get all the reactions and our thoughts. I want to hear your reactions. If you miss any of it, it'll be on Catch Up on Twitch. There's already 2 E3 streams on Catch Up on my Twitch already. One from Sunday, one from today. My life sounds epic. Yes, it is, but it's knackering. That's all I could say. So from me, and from our guest, T-Funk Era, and Dave, we're going to say, wherever
good night, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night.
Thanks for watching.
Take care, and we'll see you very, very soon. Good night.